Have you ever wondered what it was like to be sick before hospitals existed? Before doctors in crisp white coats and the constant beep of machines? Let's take a journey back in time, to a world where survival was life in its rawest, most unfiltered form. In the old world, pain wasn't just a condition to be eliminated. It was a constant companion, a part of daily life. Imagine living in a small village, nestled between dense forests and sprawling fields. Here, people didn't rush to an emergency room. Instead, they learned to heal with the gifts the earth provided. A deep cut from a farming tool wasn't met with stitches and antiseptic wipes, but with a poultice of crushed herbs, a smear of precious honey, or a cleansing wash of salt water. These weren't just old wives' tales, they were the front line of medicine. When a fever raged, the battle wasn't fought with pills. It was a fight against the heat itself. People would be taken to a cool river for a bath, or given a bitter, steaming tea brewed from leaves that generations knew could break a fever. Sickness wasn't a private affair. When someone fell ill, the entire community would gather. Not around a sterile hospital bed, but around a warm, crackling hearth. They didn't offer sterile reassurances. They whispered prayers, shared ancient remedies, and offered the simple, powerful comfort of their presence. Think about it. No ambulances, no injections, no x-rays to see what was broken inside. There was only knowledge, passed down like a sacred inheritance from one generation to the next. Grandmothers were the walking encyclopedias of healing. They knew which roots could soothe a hacking cough, which flowers could calm an anxious mind. The village blacksmith, his arms covered in scars, carried the living stories of infections fought and won. Each scar was a testament to survival, a badge of resilience. In this world, pain was a teacher. It taught you your limits. It taught you about your own body. And patience? Patience wasn't just a virtue. It was the only medicine for so many ailments. You couldn't rush healing. You had to wait, to trust in your body's ability to mend itself. Death, too, was viewed differently. It came often, yes, but it wasn't feared in the same sterile, clinical way we fear it today. It wasn't seen as a failure of science or a medical error. People saw life and death as two parts of the same beautiful, inevitable cycle, a natural rhythm like the turning of the seasons. Births didn't happen under fluorescent lights. They happened at home, guided by the steady, experienced hands of old women who had welcomed countless new lives into the world. Their hands were often steadier than any surgeon's. A broken bone wasn't set with metal plates and screws. It was carefully aligned, then bound tightly with strips of cloth and sturdy sticks. And then the real healer took over. Time. It was a slow, arduous process, but it worked. And through it all, life went on. It was a strong, simple, and deeply connected existence. This is the key. Without hospitals, humans relied on something far more powerful: community. When one person fell sick, 10 stood beside them, offering food, comfort, and support. When one child cried in the night, 5 mothers would be there to soothe her. Their cure wasn't just found in herbs and roots. It was found in empathy, in the profound human connection that binds us together. They believed in balance, a delicate harmony between humanity and nature, between the body and the spirit. Sickness was seen as a disruption of this balance, and healing was the process of restoring it. Perhaps that's something we've lost in our modern world. We have machines that can breathe for us, but sometimes our hearts forget how to truly listen to one another. We have cures for diseases that were once a death sentence, yet we feel more isolated than ever. The people of the past had no doctors in our sense of the word, yet they had healing. They found it in every shared tear, in every bowl of soup brought by a neighbor, in every sunrise that promised the hope of another day. This was the world before hospitals. It was fragile, it was harsh, and it was filled with pain. But it was also deeply, profoundly human. It reminds us that at our core, healing is not just about science and technology. It's about connection, compassion, and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. Thanks so much for watching and reflecting with me today. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories about our shared human history. I'll see you in the next one.